Hello, hello Australia, this is Jamie here, the Crypto Koala. Now today I've got Miranda Tan. She's the CEO and founder of Robin8. Now Robin8 is going to be a decentralized application which is going to be on the Qtum platform. Now Miranda, tell us all about yourself.
Hi, my name is Miranda Tan and I'm the CEO and founder of Robin8. And Robin8 is an influencer search engine that's powered by big data AI, and what we do is using AI, we can profile every person down to your signs in terms of what they like, what their interests are. So using big data AI, we basically help brands find the best people. And these people could be, big influencers. In China, we call them KOLs, key opinion leaders, or they could be long tail, up and comers, as well as people like you and I. We could all participate in this influencer sharing economy. So Robin8, we've been around for over 2.5 years. We have an office that's headquartered in China. We have over 25 people, and now we're actually, for the Robin8 blockchain project, our token is called the Profile Utility Token.
That sounds really good, Miranda. So tell us more about the PUT token, the PUT token.
Sure, the PUT token, it stands for Profile Utility Token, and what that is about is you can think of it as social media blockchain, where we give control of the personal data back to each person, and we empower their own personal data. So currently, what's going on here is the global issues, like third parties like Facebook, Google, Twitter, Tencent. These third parties control our data, and we have no control in terms of what they're doing with it. We're using the social platforms, posting our pictures, our content, our videos, and we have no control of our data. So with Robin8 PUT, we want to return this data back to us, the individual. And what that means is basically each one of us, we blockchain our unique ID into the blockchain. It gives us IP as well as copyright protection. And every action of us is also blockchain. So you can think of it kind of like, a social media on blockchain, where the data goes back to us, the owner, and it's anonymous and secure. And we can control what people see, what people use, and it just gives control back to the owner. That's us.
But that's the beauty of being decentralized. It's spread out. It's not like you got Facebook or a social media platform where they hold or they monetize and that they get money off the advertisement. Whereas decentralized, your PUT tokens can be distributed amongst the whole platform, amongst all the users. So they get to be monetized. So they get to have a portion of the revenue, you could say.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So, and also, another issue is, there's actually a couple issues. So if you think about it, this is a global issue where we have no control of our data. But another issue is basically, a lot of these third parties are getting hacked, like Equifax, Yahoo. They have our data, it's being hacked. We have no control over it since, they're not really taking the precaution to protect our personal data. So with the PUT, we want to, give this power back to the individual. And another issue that's accompanied, there's actually, is, in terms of, I would say the primary thing is, to giving our data back to the owner. That's us. The second thing is there's a huge issue of fake data. That's actually, that's fake data in terms of advertising, fake news. So, by blockchain every person's ID, we create that sense of trust, that sense of confidence. So even though, every person's profile is anonymous, it's secure, and it's also high sense of confidence. Because if you blockchain it, the more social profiles that you blockchain, you get a higher score. The sense that this person's a real person. And the more your friends, it's also blockchain. That your friends who are blockchain, they're also real people. I think one of the biggest issues that's facing the advertising space now is a lot of, there's a lot of fake data. They don't know how much they're spending. They used to say, hey, precision marketing is really important. Now they're like, hey, forget about precision marketing. The number one issue facing the advertising space is basically fake data. So when we actually blockchain every person's profile into the blockchain, we know, with a sense of confidence, this person's a real person. And then when we actually, read something, every action, when we read something, when we write something, we create something, or share something, it's also blockchain. So for advertisers, blockchain actually solves that whole big data issue and provide transparency. and trust. And then at the same time, for us, it solves an even greater issue in terms of giving that control our data back to us. And that's what we're hoping to accomplish with Robin8. But if you think about it, for this profile utility token, advertising is one sector. Actually, multiple verticals will be built on top of our platform, ranging from healthcare, banking, insurance, education, everything. Everything actually, if you think about it, deals with personal data. And our goal is to basically give that data back to each person, and then every industry could actually be built on top of our platform, and they want to access that, they have to access it to the individual.
Yeah, I can understand how it's a big issue, and just be able to solve that problem, that privacy issue. So how do you tend to solve that with Qtum?
Well, one of the reasons we chose Qtum, based on our research in terms of all the solutions out there, is they provide one of the best smart contracts in the market. And for us as a company, we have a team of over 25 people in Shanghai. We really wanted to make sure we had the best solution in terms of smart contract out there. So there's actually 3 reasons why we chose Qtum. One, they had the best smart contract. Second reason was we needed a lot of just to kind of hand holding. And they actually provide a lot of hand holding in terms of technical as well as community wise. Like technically, they had a team of engineers in their office that we could actually access any time to help us with the solution. And also in terms of community support, they provide a lot of support. They have a very strong community, and their team actually helped us, with the community outreach and all that. And then also the third reason is they're actually 20 minutes away from our office. So we had any issues, we just knock on their doors and say, "Hey, help us."
That's really convenient. It gets around the corner, so you can pop around there any time and ask for a bag of sugar.
Yeah.
Where you've gone over from the US and you're based over in China, so you're trying to tap into that Chinese market. Can you see yourselves trying to expand around Asia and maybe Australia, New Zealand in the future?
Oh, absolutely. I think currently our company we're focused on China. We have an influencer search engine that's actually we have data from over 13 social platforms. But our goal is definitely to open out, to launch it outside China. And if you think about this is a global issue. It's not just a Chinese. We're currently focused on China, but our goal is to expand outside China and open it to Southeast Asia, as well as the U.S. and Australia, where you guys are.
Yeah. So you mentioned I'm guessing the primarily ones is WeChat they use over in China. So would that be you'll be targeting? I guess at the moment you're targeting the Chinese social media platforms, but in the future I guess you'll be targeting more of the Western.
Yeah, like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the all the social platforms outside China. China is actually a very secure, it's a very closed market. So in China, they have Weibo, they have WeChat, they have Zhipu, and they're very, and we're currently focused on China. For our app, we're actually planning to launch it outside China for 2018.
Okay, that sounds good. So it sounds like you've got a roadmap in place and you've got a sort of a plan for the future there. So what sort of markets are you aiming for in China? So you mentioned about that you're targeting the social media side of things. Is there anything like tourism, industry, is there anything like that you're actually trying to target in China?
Well, in China, we have a working product. We've done over 5,000 influencer campaigns. We have revenue. Our clients are mostly global companies such as Porsche, Macy's, United Students. These are brands who actually want to launch in China, build their brands in China. But most of our clients are basically global brands, and we work very closely with the 4As like WPP, Publicis Media, Omnicom Media Group. So for our business now, it's mostly you could say it's mostly consumer brands that want to get their word out in China.
So Miranda, tell us a bit about your team. I've heard you got a pretty good team up together.
Oh yeah, so we have a pretty very strong team. I'm really proud of. In terms of our CTO, is Stanford MBA. He was managing director of Intel Capital. Previously, he was also CEO of Zing Technology, the first MP3 recorder that sold to real networks for 75 million USD. And he was also a partner at KPMG, and previously he was also head of digital at CAA, Creative Artist Agency, the biggest talent agency in the U.S. Our chief scientist, she's 32. She's a Russian. She knows 7 languages.
Wow.
Her PhD is basically, I know, yeah. Her PhD is actually natural language processing and computational science. We also have, a head of AI, Professor Barry Sullivan, who's the co-president of the European Association of AI. So we have a very strong team, and I'm really proud to say we also have an amazing team of advisors who are some of the big names in terms of the media and advertising space, such as Bessie Lee, who's the China CEO of WPP China. We also have Alvin Fu, who's head of innovation, head of mobile, and Omnicom Media Group, as well as Vivian Zhu, who's the CEO of Blue 449. That's part of Publicis Media. So we have an amazing team of we also have for example, Julio Yan, who's the CEO of CIC Cancer.
So Miranda, tell us about the your ICO details. How can people get involved in your pre-sale or your token sale when it gets released to the public?
Oh, sure. So they can actually contact us on our website, Robin8put.org, or they can actually contact us on Telegram. And we're our ICO we're planning to have it on early January 8th, 2018. And if people are interested in purchasing our pre-sale, I think we're pretty much oversubscribed, but we might still have some room. They can actually contact us directly on Telegram. And then the crowd sale is actually going to start on January 8th, and we're going to be available on several exchanges. For example, EXX, All Points, La Bank, BitTai, as well as Token Bank in Korea.
That sounds good. So you've got your eyes set on some exchanges at the moment. It sounds like you're in talks with some exchanges at the moment. I can hear some Asian exchanges there. So would you happen to be looking at maybe an Australian exchange down the track?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna have more exchanges, but for now we're for the crowd sale will be available immediately, starting January 8th on these exchanges. And then for the pre-sale before that, we're getting a lot of demand for that. And people could actually, to learn more about that, contact us directly on our Telegram group or go to our website to learn more.
Well, down below, guys, will be the links to their website, their Twitter page, and the Telegram group. So check them out, guys, if you're interested in getting involved with them. Well, thank you ever so much, Miranda, for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your holidays.
Thank you so much.
Guys, see you later. Bye.
Bye.